Back then they didn't want me, I'm blessed now. Talking to her like back then they didn't want me, I'm blessed now. Talking to her like back then they didn't want me, I'm back then they didn't want me, I'm back then they didn't want me, I'm blessed now. Talking to her like this. Talking to her like this. Talking to her like this. Talking to her like back then they didn't want me, I'm blessed now. Talking to her like back then they didn't want me, I'm back then they didn't want me, I'm back then they didn't want me, I'm blessed now. Talking to her like this.
Turn me around, keep pressing on, 'cause my soul is heavy now.
Yo, what's happening, man? It's your boy Rundown. If you're depressed watching your favorite sports team on the football field, but you just can't stop buying their gear, then congratulations. You might be a Raiders fan. But listen, man, don't trip. I got the perfect thing for you, man. Here at the Rundown, we have partnered with Fanatics to bring the nation some of the freshest Raider gear that you can get your hands on. I'm talking jerseys, I'm talking hats, and you know it's starting to get chilly out here, so it's best to grab you some drip for the frosty season while you're at it as well. So tap the link in the description down below, get you some fresh gear, man. Support the channel at the same time. It's a dub for you, dub for me, even though we're not getting that many dubs on the field at the moment, man. So remember, man, tap the link down below in the description to get you some fresh Raiders gear from Fanatics. Now let's get back to the show. Yes, sir, man. What is going on? What is the deal, man? What is happening? You are back for another episode of the Raider Rundown, man. Look, very special post-game live. Don't usually do the post-game lives, but today we're going to go ahead and tap in, man. Of course, why? We locked up the #1 pick in the draft and still beat the fucking Chiefs on the way out, man. I'm feeling good tonight. I'm feeling very good this evening. I hope all y'all are feeling the same way, man. What is the deal with everybody, man? Tonight, We ain't got nothing planned. We ain't gonna, stats, who cares? Who cares about the stats? Who cares about all that intricacies of the game, bro? Today, we just gonna celebrate. Today, we just gonna talk football. We gonna talk some scenarios, whatever the case, man. But y'all already know what time it is. And we got some very special things to do today as well. But before we get into everything, y'all already know what time it is. I'm going to start the show off with one of my very, very special segments of the day, which is... We're going to do a quick little roll call real quick, man. Tap in with some of my family in the chat, man. What's going on, Chewy? In the building, man. Appreciate my dog, man. First comment, appreciate you for being here. As always, Fear Raider in the building, man. Look here. Since the Jets got the number 2 pick, let's swap, get those extra picks. Look, hey, every scenario is on the table. You know what I mean? Every scenario is on the table for what we want to do today. Or shit in the draft, right? I mean, we could trade back. We could take the quarterback where we want. It's all to our discretion, and that's the beautiful thing about where we're sitting at right now. Now, hold on. Let me make sure about something. I forgot to. Okay, cool. P&W Mark Raiders, man. 63. What's going on with you, man? Appreciate you for tapping in. Let's go. I'm right with you, man. Lord Rochitas in the building, man. Salute to my guy, man. Appreciate you for being here. Dre in the building, man. Salute. Death Pile. Number 1 is on lock. Now let's open the window and push Pete out. Mendoza Mania on the way. Raider Nation for life, baby. Fuck the Chiefs. Yes, sir. Hey, beautiful, man. It's so beautiful. Look, I appreciate Pete, bro. Appreciate Pete. He got us that number 1 overall pick and beat the Chiefs on the way out. I mean, what else can we ask for, man? What else can we ask for? We got Cool in the building, man. Hi. How you doing, man? Judith in the building. Hi. How you doing? Alec, what's going on, big dog? Appreciate you for being here, man. Raiders. Yes, sir. Steve Jones. AOC beat the Chiefs twice. I know, man. Just very terrible to have on your resume if you're Andy Reid. But either way, man, it is what it is, bro. He handled his business as we do. Let's look, man. Good question here. Do we bring Carlson and Kuntz back? I say yeah. 100%. What's going on, man? Enrique, what up, Rundown? Let's get Mendoza and Rodriguez from Texas Tech in a second. Interesting. Now, I am looking receiver in a second, but I do like Rodriguez. I ain't going to cap to you, man. M8, man, what's the deal with you, man? Nobody ever mentions trading after the first round. That is true, right? Second round, who knows what we can do at that point, man? If we can do something with that second round pick, then we looking even lovelier there. But y'all already know what time it is, man. Appreciate everybody for being here. So real quick, man, before we run down, I'm letting some people go ahead and join up. But as y'all saw from the title, we're doing a jersey giveaway today. All right, we're doing a jersey giveaway. First one on the channel as well, man. As y'all know, we've been striving. We've been pushing to hit to that 3K. All right, we've been trying to get to the 3K on the channel. We finally did it. And guess what? We hit our goal because we did it before the season ended, boy. We did it before the season ended. So y'all already know what time it is. I appreciate each and every one of you that always tap in, always tune in every live. Much love to everybody. I mean, y'all got a lot of things going on, a lot of shows that's covering the Raiders, right? But y'all tap in with your boy, man. So again, much appreciated. So what we gonna do, right? For all the love, all that. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna do a jersey giveaway. And what I need y'all to do, right? So pay attention real close. Today, what I need you to do, type rundown in the chat to enter the giveaway. All right, this is what you need to do. Type rundown. That's it. Not the rundown, not Raider rundown, not all that. Just rundown. Type that in the chat. You are automatically entered for the giveaway, man. And at the end of the show, I'm going to go ahead, do the random picker, and see who wins, right? And at that point, okay, I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you're not a subscriber, you can still enter. Type in rundown. But all my subscribers, you got a 10 times chance of winning. You got 10 times more chance of winning this giveaway if you're a subscriber. So, hey, y'all already know what time it is, man. Type rundown in the chat for the giveaway if y'all want to go ahead and answer for the jersey. If one person type it in there, who cares? It is what it is, man. Then he'll get it. It is what it is. Hey, but at the end of the day, type it in. You win the jersey, and then we'll talk details from there. Y'all already know. So, look, as we get some people up in here, man, let's go ahead. Let's just go through the game, bro. Let's let's go through the game and let's go through the scenario. So look, the Raiders have locked up the number 1 overall pick. Let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about the scenarios because we can go through the game, but I think we can do that for tomorrow's show, man. I think that's something for tomorrow. I think for today, man, we just gonna talk. We just gonna talk, bro, and we just gonna go ahead and just go through scenarios and go through what we want to do. Now, look, since we locked it up, and the number 1 overall pick is something that we can actually say is something we can touch, is tangible, right? Something we can touch is something that's tangible. Where we at? Where y'all feeling it? Is it Mendoza all the way? Is everybody sold? Are you already sold that Mendoza is the guy? If that's the case, man, let me know down below. Let's talk about it. Ooh-wee. I see some entries up in this mug. I see some entries up in here. Yeah, it's going down. It's going down. I already see this list is getting thick. But look, hey, check it out. Is Mendoza the guy for y'all, man? Is that the guy? I mean, for me, I still want to wait until after these playoff games, man. I still think we should wait. An evaluation kind of should just be, don't completely say all my eggs are in one basket, but at the same time, bro, like the way he's playing right now, the way he played last game, I've been talking about it a lot to a lot of people. He's making the choice easy, right? He's making the choice easy. There's nothing that there's nothing that any other quarterback has done besides Trinidad Shameless in that last game that can make you say like, oh man, we might have to consider this guy. You know what I mean? Dante Moore, like, as much as I like Dante Moore, you can tell he's still a little green, right? You can tell he's still a little green, which for me, like, that's not a problem. Because for me, if I select him, I'm going of the mindset that Dante not even going to play year 1. He's not even going to sniff grass year 1, right? So that's my mindset, which I'm not tripping off of. Now, some people, we might have to get to understand that, but so be it, right? Now, if you take Mendoza, that's more we ready now, right? That's more we ready now, and that's more we're going to throw him into the fire and just see what sticks at this point, right? So y'all let me know. Look, so Coach, okay, Coach likes Fernando. You like Fernando. All right, just be strong. Dante Moore, but they F around and take Mendoza. Ooh, just be strong. You look like you pushing back on the Mendoza agenda, huh? Okay, I'm not mad at it. Again, I'm not mad at it. Death pile. I'm in on Mendoza 100%. Very high football IQ. I agree there. I do agree there. See, hey, the bias is in there, but I ain't mad at you though. I do like Dante. I am a Dante guy, and this is the beauty of it. We get to scout in real time, knowing that we already got the number 1 pick, bro. It's gonna be beautiful to see. Niners lose, Cowboys lose. We get the number 1 pick, and we beat the Chiefs. Perfect weekend. Hey, 360. You ain't lying. Dog. It's like, hey, now we just get to kick our feet up, and realistically, we in that mob position, man. We in that mob boss position. Somebody got to come to us and kiss the ring or give us a good offer if we want to make anything shake or move. That's all we got to do. Let me see, man. It's the transition. You got to think about it from boys to men. Hey, Oregon does have a nice little program over there, man. Rather have more. Okay, Fear Raiders in tune for Dante Moore. I'm not mad at it. Michael, what's the deal, man? He says, salute, rundown. Can't complain for a Sunday. We beat the Chiefs. Cowboys lose. And number 1 overall. Man, bro, I mean, look, what more can you ask for? To me, man, I mean, we were in the perfect position to do anything we wanted. And anything we wanted today. We could have fucked off the tank. I was a little scared. You know what I mean? I was a tad bit scared today that we was gonna fuck off the tank. But since the Giants won, who cares, bro? Since the Giants won, I mean, at that point, I was ready to say fuck the Chiefs anyway. So I'm cool with that, bro. I'm cool with us winning. Now, again, if Mendoza's your guy, I'm not mad at that. I'm always. This is the thing. And I think people kind of underestimate what he is. And this is coming from a person, as far as me, I was not in on Fernando at first. I'll tell you, be honest with you. It's not my selection. And honestly, to be honest, if Dante Moore comes out, I'm definitely still going to entertain the idea of maybe trading back if a team wants to give us an extra first round pick for Fernando and we take Dante in an extra pick like that. I would entertain that still. But, right, we still have to go of this notion that we don't know what Dante's going to do. We have zero clue if Dante Moore is going to be declaring or not, right? So if he doesn't declare, we still good. At least we can still take the most talented quarterback in the draft at the very least. And to me, you know, at first I was saying he was Jared Goff, be honest with y'all. At first I was saying Fernando's Jared Goff, but I'll take that back. He's not Jared Goff. He's more athletic than Jared Goff. And I saw a comp that somebody brought up, and I agree with it now. And I see some Matt Ryan in there. I do see some Matt Ryan in there. Now, right, with Matt Ryan, yes, Matty won an MVP, but it's understandably so that you understand what he needs, right? There are things that he's going to need. But what quarterback doesn't need weapons and O-line and all the extra shit? Like, I am not of the notion that you build a team differently for a quarterback that has different skill sets. Like, I don't like that, right? You know what I mean? Like, oh, we got a mobile quarterback. We don't really need to build the offensive line because he can move around. Like, that don't make no sense. Zero sense, right? Like, oh, we got this quarterback prospect. Does he really need all this wide receiver talent if he's that good? Why wouldn't you give any quarterback you draft the same amount of protection and weapons? Doesn't make any sense. So that notion, like, that people keep talking about, like, oh, he needs so much. Every quarterback needs much. Like, it just is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? That's the nature of the beast. So now you have some that are otherworldly, right? You got your Josh Allens and you got your Patrick Mahomes, you know, the Lamars, but them shits don't grow on trees. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't getting them motherfuckers on trees. And to be honest with you, you feel what I'm saying? You got to, Josh Allen and Lamar had to be developed to that, right? You feel what I'm saying? They had to be developed to that. So what we're getting, if you get Fernando, I don't think he's a finished product, but the ceiling's not, I wouldn't say the ceiling's ultimately high, right? But if you surround him with weapons, which we kind of have already, need to add to it, and you surround him with more protection, why couldn't he be a good quarterback just like all the rest? You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no sense to me. But let me see. Death Pie, I agree there. Dante definitely has a higher ceiling than Mendoza, but your patience has to be higher with Dante, right? As a fan base, we need to have a higher threshold of patience, because if we don't, then it's all for naught, bro. You know what I mean? Because again, Dante don't need to be playing first year. He don't. 5'10". We not getting Mendoza. It's Taylon Green. There's no way 5'10". Look here, bro. Taylon Green is cool, but like, he's more of an athlete than he is a quarterback right now, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. Arbel, and I'm gonna be even more honest with this right here. Like, I like Arbel, I do, but I'm still taking Ruben Bain over Arbel Reese. I've been saying that for months, and I say it till draft day, bro. Ruben Bain, I'm taking over Arbel Reese. 10 out of 10. I'm doing it 10 out of 10. Yeah, you feel like I don't get it, Fear. You know what I mean? We got to build a team differently because this quarterback has this certain skill set. Like, no. We're picking number one for a reason. We're deficient in a lot of things, which means we got to build it the same way. Don't matter if it's Dante or Fernando. It's all got to get built the same way. Next year, let me see what y'all talking about, man. Tell me what we on, man. I mean, how are y'all feeling? How are y'all feeling based off the number one? Now, we can talk about the game and what we saw in the game. Now, there's a couple guys from the game that we can talk about. They did have good games today. But now, did Genty get his 100 yards? Ooh, that's another one too. Because I know he needed 112. Genty needed 112 to get to that 1,000 yards. So I want to see if he got to that 1,000. I don't think he did though. I don't feel like he got to that 1,000 yards. He might be at like 980 something. Look, I'm a guess, and don't even tell me. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm gonna guess what his yardage is. If he needed 112 today to get to 1,000, I don't think he hit 100. I'm gonna guess that he probably ends the year at like. I'm gonna guess that he probably ends the year at like a good maybe 970, 975, something like that. That's where I'm just guessing. So we're gonna see. We're gonna look. I want to see the stats are right quick though. But y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. What's your expectations? How are you feeling? Imagine if Dante doesn't come out and trade value honestly skyrocket. It does. It does. But like again, when you ask this question, okay, and this is Michael, this is what we're gonna be doing the rest of the offseason. When people present the trade back question to me or the trade back scenario, my question to you is, what is your quarterback answer? Like, what are you going to do once you do that? Because if you trade back off of Fernando, right, and by all accounts, he goes to the Jets, by all teams, and he ends up being good for the fucking Jets, well, you look kind of foolish because you still don't have a quarterback option, right? Like, there needs to be some sort of option. Now, if there's like 2 other guys in this class that we can look at, for sure. And not even like, I wouldn't even be confident for you to tell me like, oh yeah, we traded back for fucking Trinidad Chambliss. Like, no. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, as good as he's looked, this is his only year of D1 ball. Like, you can't tell me you be that confident. You're more confident in Trinidad Chambliss than you are in Fernando Mendoza. Then at that point, like what are we talking about? You know what I mean? Like that's just where I'm at. Just Be Strong says, I think Dante coming out, honestly, he should. He has a team mentality, players around him are stars, and he got the QB1 vision. I think he should. But I heard the Oregon offer to him will be strong to get him to stay. So we'll see there. We'll see. You know, okay, he says Taylor Green, Genty had the Boise State connection. I mean, maybe, but again, like, I don't think he's better than Fernando. Yeah. You already know. Look, hey, y'all see it. Type rundown. If you're new to the chat, type rundown in the chat to enter the giveaway, man. At the end of the show, we are going to be doing the giveaway. And you have to be present as well. I can't be calling your name 30 times and then you not here in the chat to say, yeah, I'm here. So at the end of the day, make sure you here at the end of the show. But at the end, we will be doing the giveaway. Yeah, bro. Like, I'm taking Ruben Bain over Arvell Reese 10 out of 10, bro. Like, and I might be wrong, maybe, and I might not be seeing the vision of what he can be, but I see what Ruben Bain is. I see that now. Michael says next year his expectations are extremely low. I mean they shouldn't be extremely high. I will say that. I'm not talking about no playoffs next year. Tell y'all right now, this show is not gonna be talking about no playoffs. Nothing. I want to see like at least maybe 6-7 games, right? They win 8 games out this mug. So okay, you know what I mean? That's cool. That's good. First year coach, Matt, you thinking? First year quarterback, right? A lot of young pieces. You start that regime off like that. I'm not mad at that. Arvell Reese, middle linebacker, outside linebacker. See, that's the thing. Look, and that's the question that everybody has. Where do you play him? Personally, he's more of an outside guy to me. He need to be rushing the passer. He can play middle, but he need to be rushing the passer. That's just where it's at. Now he got some bend, but it's going to take a little bit development to get him all the way there too, right? Because we talking about just natural athletic gifts. Whereas to Ruben Bain, bro, like he's technically there already. Technically there. Let me see, man. My guy, man. Taylor Green about to shine in the Senior Bowl and NFL Combine. Yeah, I want to see it. I definitely want to see it. We had to have more Bowers Genty trade Mad Max for first or twos and start the rebuilding. And we're gonna talk about this a little later, but that trade in Max, it's not gonna happen. And what's been happening is blown way out of proportion. But yeah, it's been blown way out of proportion. But I think personally, he's not going nowhere. He's definitely not going nowhere. Ruben Bain's a pass rusher, while Arvell Reese can cover as a linebacker, which is the greater need. I don't know. Personally, I mean, I either one you go, I'd be like, okay, but I'm getting rid of Tyree and I'm getting Bain. Or say if I could do something like that. Not in on this Mendoza and more bandwagon. I see, because you're talking about Taylor Green out of all people. But look, hey, we'll see on Friday, right? We'll see on Friday. I keep saying, reserve your judgment until these guys are done playing football. You know what I'm saying? They still got a game to go. Somebody's season going to end next week, but there's still a game to go. Dante takes the Ducks cash, plus he has another year of college, of that college cut. That's what, for him, he's going to be probably a top 5 pick again. He keep playing the same way, so it is what it is. Let me see. Michael said I'm drafting a QB for sure with the first round pick, 100%. Ooh, okay. Look, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's do that then. Let's ask the chat. First overall, Bane or... Let's go ahead. All right, my boy 510 pronounced this. He presented this. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Who you taking first overall then? Ruben Bane or Fernando Mendoza? Type it in the chat for us. Type it in the chat. Y'all let us know, man. What y'all gonna take first? I want to know. We'll talk about it. We in the draft room right now, bro. Clock's ticking. We got a minute left. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the clock right now. It's 4:58. We got a minute left, bro. Right? What we doing? I got to turn in the card. Boom. One Mendoza. Hey, majority rules. Mendoza. Yeah, that's my question. Okay, so boom. So I would say Dre says Mendoza. Chewy, Mendoza. Boom. Death Pile, Mendoza. All right, bro. The card's in. Come on, bro. Again. We have to present the scenario of if you do not take Fernando first overall, what are you going to do? You going to throw a ham sandwich at quarterback? Like, you can't do that. So I'm saying, like, we got to do something. We got to do something. We can't just sit there and, like, we going to tryouts and shit, like, at the Allegiant for somebody who can throw the ball? Because that's what's going to happen at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is what's going to happen at this point, because at no point, every time somebody has presented the trade back scenario, right, I have not heard a viable plan. What's the plan? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, we just gonna go out here and throw whoever back there, right? Y'all gonna fuck around. Y'all won't be satisfied. Bro. Till we have just anybody. Josh Dobbs gonna be our next QB1 out here, huh? That's what we gonna do? You gonna throw bald ass Josh Dobbs out there next in the silver and black? That's just like, bro, it never ends. It never ends. I'm just saying, like, if there's a viable option that you can give me, now again, if Dante Moore comes out in the draft, there you go. Now you can talk to me. Now we're like, all right, bro, like, I could present that. But then see 510, if you're on 510 strain and you don't like either of them, then I don't even know what to tell you. And it's not even disrespectfully, but it's like, again, there is no, if you don't like either of those guys, then there's no plan beyond either of those guys in this draft that you can really, like, present to the fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really do that. Dobbs be doing work. Yeah, bro, we about to throw out Spaceman Dobbs, huh? That's what we gonna do, bro. Like, it makes no sense to me. It makes zero sense. Let me see. I'm totally for building a strong D-line, though, but not at the expense of getting a QB. See, that's where I'm at. It's at the expense. It has to be smart. Spytech gonna lose his job, boy. He fuck around and get to throwing some shit out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we stuck in our quarterback situation, look the way it still look. That's gonna lose him his job, boy. I'll tell you that right now. He gonna be unemployed. Let me see, man. Sucker repelling in the building, man. What's the deal, big dog? Appreciate you for tapping in, as always, man. Boy, hey, Carson Beck, yeah. You know what? You're right. Let's throw out Carson Beck out there. You're right. Trade back, okay. See, this is what I'm saying. This is what the plans sound like. So how about this? We'll trade back, and let's get Ruben Bane. All right, let's get Ruben Bane. We'll trade back, get Ruben Bane. Maybe grab another first-round guy. You know what I'm saying? And then in the second or third round, we'll grab Carson Beck. There y'all go. And then your QB room next year can consist of Carson Beck, Aiden O'Connell, and some other person. Who knows? But there you go. Y'all like that? How that sound to y'all? Sound good? That shit. Boy, we gonna be fucking one. We won in 17, boy. It's gonna be trash because we're gonna lose the goddamn bye week. I'm telling you, there is no viable options. Nothing. What y'all want to tell me? Y'all want to trade? Okay, how about this? We trade back. We grab Arvell Reese, right? We grab Arvell Reese, maybe second overall. All right, you got a chance to maybe get a receiver, and in the 5th round we can grab Drew Aller. How about that? Y'all like that? How that plan sound to y'all? Drew Aller, baby. And that's the savior. There we go. Y'all liked him last year. We can do that. You feel me? Like, bro. All right, you feel? Let's go another one. How about Cade Klubnik? Y'all want Cade Klubnik? 5th round. Ain't gonna cost too much. That's nothing. We grab him in the 5th round. He gonna be our Brock Purdy, right? That's what y'all want. I'm telling, there is no options. I'm not even sitting here trying to be funny. These shits sound funny because of how bad the options are. There's just no fucking options, bro. We're not gonna sit here and you're gonna tell me they're gonna roll out goddamn Garrett Nussmeier from the 6th round, and you're gonna tell me that he's gonna be the next. Oh, but we're gonna get excited because Tom has a bigger presence in the building, and we drafted a 6th rounder, right? Please, Jesus Christ, stop being scared. Just do it, man. Right? We a whole fucking Nike slogan right now, bro. Just do it. Just draft the goddamn quarterback. Just draft the quarterback. It is what it is, man. If he sucks, guess what you can do next year? If he really sucks and we're picking top 5 again, guess what you can do? Draft another one. It's just to draft a fucking better one. I mean, it's not rocket science. It is what it is. Teams do it every year. You know what I'm saying? We can't fuck around and be scared to do it. So be it. So be it, bro. I don't understand. There are no options. Milka Beezy in the chat. Hey, real quick, for all my people that are just joining the chat, because I want everybody to have a fair shot, fair shake. We are doing the jersey giveaway today. Y'all saw the title. If y'all are just joining the show, type rundown in the chat to enter the giveaway. So at the end of the show, we'll do the random picker, and whoever wins, we will announce that, and we'll do all that funky detail stuff. Now, again, anybody can enter the giveaway. But if you are a subscriber, you have a better chance of winning. You got a better chance of winning. So if you're not subscribed, hey, you can still enter, but all my subs, all the fam, they got a little better chance. So make sure y'all, if you're not subscribed, get up in there, man. Get up in there. So look, I do like the Ole Miss quarterback. I do like Trinidad. It's not bad. You know what I mean? It's not bad. But again, the only way I would be comfortable with doing that, right, where you trade back and you get Trinidad, is if this man runs the table against these teams that he's about to play, and he plays the way he just played against Georgia, and he literally runs the table like that, then you have to consider it. You have to kind of like consider it. You feel what I'm saying? Because now it's like, oh shit, like he just ran the table on some teams without Lane Kiffin first year. And to be honest, this is like not his first good game. He's had good games before. You know, like his only bad real game was against Georgia in the regular season, which he rectified last game. So then it's like, okay, you know, and then of course we talking about run the table, and you actually beat the historic Indiana team that's whooping everybody's ass. Then at that point you have to kind of think about it. You know what I mean? You got to think about it. But you know, that's still tough. That's a tough risk. That's a real gamble, dog. That's like you at the crapshoot table in Vegas at 3 a.m. and you betting your last goddamn dollar. Either you going home on the bus with no socks and drawers, or you fucking around and you'll be able to buy you a nice little meal after this. It's one of the two. It's one or the two if you do that with Trinidad, right? So there's that. With Fernando, you know, that's more of I'm at the penny slots type shit. I still got bread in the pocket, but at least, you know, I'm betting shit, but I'm at the pennies. It ain't nothing to me. You know what I mean? If you draft Fernando. So there's that. So who knows? Who knows what we can do there? I do like Dan Pierre, but Dan Pierre ain't coming out, right? I thought he's staying. I know he's staying for another year, as far as I know. It was like, bro, you feel what I'm saying? Again, I presented multi scenarios to you, right? In this draft, that if that's what y'all want to do, multiple scenarios to you. Okay. Now, no to K Klubnik, and that was a fuck no even before this year. I never liked K Klubnik. Garrett Nussmeier, no, right? Drew Allard, no, right? Not doing that. I mean, I know some people in here like Taylor Green, but he's raw, so no, like we can't do that, right? I mean, who else? If Dante Moore comes out, that's a yes, but this is still a up in the air situation, so we can't really add him in here yet, so we don't know, right? We have zero clue. So now, of the guys that we know are eligible, those are the four, and Fernando, because Josh Hoover from TCU just went over to Indiana, which pretty much, signifies that Fernando's gone. That's if it was already known, but once they got Hoover today, that was like, okay, yeah, he's gone. So Fernando for sure. So of the five, I just named you 5 quarterbacks that are draft eligible right now, right? We don't know about Dante, so I'm keeping them out. You got Fernando, you got Taylor Green, Garrett Nussmeier, Drew Allard, K Klubnik, right? There's a couple I'm still missing. But, Trinidad, if he doesn't end up getting this other year of eligibility, there you go. There you got 6. So I offer, Pavia too. Bro, Pavia going to be playing. He going to be a great player somewhere in the XFL, dog. But nah, fuck no. I'm not talking. Pavia not even on my list, dog. I'll tell you that right now. Hell no. But, so now, it's so funny you said that, sucker, because we working on that. If you already know, hey, Blunts and Breakdowns Tuesday, tune in. We working on that as we speak. It is so funny you say that. Pavia, bro. Pavia gonna be somewhere in the XFL getting busy. Say that right now. He either gonna be in the XFL or I'm sending him overseas. It's one of the two. But for right now, bro, like there's no option. Now, let's talk about this. I'm gonna entertain this for y'all that want to trade back. Veteran quarterback option. How about veteran quarterback options? What's going on, Yoshi? What's the deal, big dog? Appreciate you for being here, man. But look, exactly, Michael. Exactly. They tried. I can't be mad at that. It is what it is. Every other team does it. So be it. But let's entertain this. How about veteran quarterback options? Right? What veteran quarterback options would y'all entertain? Okay? If we're talking about quarterbacks maybe we can trade for, and quarterbacks that maybe we can obtain through means of with our number 1 overall pick, right? It's a good bargaining chip. Who can we look at that makes sense and that's realistic options? And again, we're not going on the show. Y'all already know me, man. We're not doing this whole unrealistic shit where we just wish and hope and fly upon a rainbow and we hope that we can get whatever. Like, no, bro. Give me realistic options. Mac Jones. Okay, there we're talking. We're talking because these are realistic. 20 mil for Malik Willis, right? Okay, there we go. So if we can trade back, grab you a Arvell Reese, maybe, or Ruben Bain. Let's just say that because I'm going to get Ruben Bain. Say you trade back, you get a Ruben Bain. Okay, and then we roll with Malik Willis as QB1 next year. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel? Malik Willis QB1, baby. All the way. And we're going to roll in that nature. That sound good to y'all? How about we roll with, and look, if it does, it does. If we roll with, I just heard Mac Jones and Trinidad Chambliss. Malik Willis and Trinidad Chambliss, even if that's what you want to do, sure, right? If that's the route that you want to go, so that route, how does that sound to you, right? Malik Willis and Trinidad Chambliss, and that's the way you go from there. You trade the number 1 back, and you grab Ruben Bain and some more extra pieces. See, that one is shaky for me. That one, the Malik and Trinidad shit is a little shaky. Now I have been promoting some things where I've been talking about Dante and Malik Willis. Now, if you told me we had Malik Willis and Dante Moore, that's a different story. Now we're talking different, right? But again, I just don't want to put him in there because we don't know what he's going to do. They can fuck around and lose next week on Friday. As far as Oregon, I'm sorry, just be strong. I don't mean it, but we talking scenario. They can fuck around and lose, and then he can come back and be like, oh, no, I'm going back. I'm running it back. Now it's like, all right, bro, all the mock drafts we done did, you feel what I'm saying? All these scenarios we done did, all for naught. Doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter. So for me, man, I just want to make sure that he's going to come out before we start putting Dante Moore in all these scenarios, right? Now, yeah, I mean, if you traded back and got Bain or Reese with a QB option that we can all still believe in, I won't be mad. I will not be mad. See, look, that's what I'm talking about. Now you got me. If you want to entertain the fact of Dante sitting behind Malik Willis for 1 year, we can work. Now we can work. And that's realistic. You feel what I'm saying? And I like it. I actually like that. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't shit on that at all. Because then you can still grab a defensive player. But, that has to happen. Dante has to come out. Now, if, again, let's go on both scenarios. Because if that's the scenario and Dante does come out, then if that's presented to me, somebody wanted to trade up for Fernando, I'm going to do that all day. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm sorry. I like Dante, and I like Dante enough to take that extra first round pick. That's where I'm at. I like Dante enough to take that extra first round pick. Now, again, if he don't, Fernando, baby. Fernando. Tanking for Arch. Well, shit, if Dante ain't the guy, you know what I mean? We'll figure it out very quick. But I know what the Jets need. Yeah. The Jets probably eyeing Fernando for sure. So if you're a Jets fan, you better hope Dante Moore come out. Tell you that right now. If you are a Jets fan, you better pray to the football gods that Dante Moore decides to go to the NFL draft. Because if he don't, then you're fucked. You're fucked, buddy. Because you ain't gonna have no quarterback. We taking Fernando, and then we just gonna on this show, we're gonna start worrying about rounds 2 to 6, 2 to 7. Tell you that right now. That's what it's gonna be. What was the 21 class? Who was that? Was that Kenny Pickett? I don't know. If it is, y'all let me know. Was that Kenny Pickett, the 2021? Because if it is, I disagree with that, Michael. I disagree. I've said that time again. Why? To a lot of people, because a lot of people keep saying that to me. The reason I disagree is because Kenny Pickett, you can clearly see he was not a top 5 quarterback. He was, no way. I just saw something. But either way, you can clearly see that Kenny Pickett was not a top 5 quarterback. Was not a top 5 quarterback at all. Right? So then at that point, he went 21st overall. Fernando and Kenny Pickett aren't even in the same fucking stratosphere as prospects. You feel me? Like, so that's where I get, that's where I kind of debunk that. But for me, okay, look, real quick, man, because I wanted to see what Genty ended the season off with. Damn. I was like completely off. I thought I said 977 and shit. I was completely off. It kind of pisses me off. So, he ends the year with, I know, over 1,000 yards total as far as all purpose. He gave it that over 1,000 yards there. So that's good. You know what I mean? That's good. But as far as the rushing, I wanted him to get that 1,000 on the ground. You know what I mean? That 1,000 for just keep it being. Now, they may view it different now because the game is different now. You know what I mean? I know when I played back, it was that 1,000 on the ground that meant some shit. You know what I mean? You get that. Now, of course, you can still catch the ball and do all that, but you getting that 1,000 on rushing, you know what I mean? That means some shit to you. I was hoping he did get that 1,000. You know what I mean? I was hoping it. But, he ends the season with 888 yards. 888 yards, 5 tubs. You know what I mean? Now, that's 5 tubs on the ground. This is all ground stats that we're seeing right here, people. This is not adding the passing. Now, we can go to his passing stats because I do want to see his passing stats. What those look like. Well, receiving. I keep saying passing. Receiving. Receiving stats, he has 339 with another 5 tubs there, right? So he ends with 10 tubs total. Again, over 1,000 yards, all purpose. So I'm not mad at him. I ain't mad at him. It is what, I think for what the blocking was, it's about as good as it can be. This right here to me was about as good as it can get with Genty, bro. There's nothing more, nothing less that he could have did, to be honest with you, bro. I mean, everything was horrendous. Everything was horrendous. So, I mean, for him to get that much and for him to have the 10 tubs and over 1,000 all purpose, I'll take it for this year for what it was. Now, next year, with better coaching and better things to do, I would expect him to have another resurgence. I would expect him to build on top of this right now. Finishing up on the veteran quarterbacks to talk about, there's no option. Now, I'm going to give y'all one guy, and it's going to sound unrealistic. It's going to sound unrealistic, but I don't think it's as far-fetched as it could be, depending on what happens with a coaching situation, right? I'm telling y'all going to be like, what the fuck? Lamar. Lamar is the only guy that I'm even trying to pick up the fucking phone to try to do anything with. Anything. And that's the only veteran quarterback I'm trying. And the reason I say that is because I want to see what happens with their coaching situation. There's a whole bunch of this talk about Harbaugh and what's going to go down there and all this extra. Now, like, I doubt Harbaugh gets fired. Now, if Harbaugh does get fired, Mark, we got to look straight into the camera. We got to look at it. Mark, don't you even fucking dare. Don't you dare entertain it. I don't even want to hear no type of reports or articles about that if that does happen. But if John Harbaugh gets fired, everything's up in the air over there in Baltimore, right? So you like, okay, we have a big bargaining chip. You have a huge one with the first overall pick. You have things to gain. Now, again, how much could they gain? Lamar has been hurt over the past year, right? So how much do we have to give up is the question. Now, you probably gonna have to give up 2 first. I mean, that's probably like that's probably the deal right there. That's what I'm guessing. If you wanted to try to grab Lamar, but for Lamar Jackson, 2 first, yeah, for sure. I'm probably doing that. But again, that's the only veteran quarterback option I take. I think he's only 27 and shit too. So I mean, like, you got time, you got years. But that's it. That is it. I mean, I like Malik Willis, but if you get Malik Willis, bro, like he needs to be paired with a veteran, with a rookie quarterback. And if Dante Moore don't come out, I'm not entertaining Malik Willis, right? This is just where my head is at, where I'm thinking. If Dante Moore don't come out, I'm not even entertaining that, bro. I want franchise guys. I want franchise guys, bro. I don't want no more goddamn year 2 Band-Aids. I want franchise individuals. So at this point right now, okay, if Lamar is even a possibility, I'm picking up the phone. I'm going to see what they want, right? Notice, I'm not talking about no damn Joe Burrow. We're not getting no damn Joe Burrow, right? Because that's not happening. No way in hell is Joe Burrow going to go from an offense with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins to bare bones. He's just not going to do it, bro. He's just not going to do it. Only reason I'm even entertaining Lamar is because the weaponry and personnel that he uses over there mimics what we have here. That's it. And again, we got to see. But that's the only guy, right? And then you surround him, and then you see what that is. But then, I've had this conversation with some people. What I get scared of if you start talking about Lamar is like, yeah, sure, the offense is fixed. But we still know this defense is not championship caliber, right? Like that, I don't feel that way. I don't know if some of y'all feel this way. Now, I mean, what we did today, sure. Somebody's probably going to bring up like how we held the Chiefs to 12 points. Again, that's not Patrick Mahomes up in that motherfucker. So I hope nobody's about to come in here and say that. Don't come in here and say that. That was not Patrick Mahomes in here. This defense still needs some talent. We still need some hogs on here. So I don't think this defense is ready to compete, because if you get a quarterback like Lamar, bro, like we talking about like it's time to get serious. No more bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's time to get serious, and it's time to start talking about actually going to the playoffs, and we need to talk about winning the whole thing when you have a quarterback of that talent. That's the only thing that we're talking about there. Now, again, you miss out on the rookie contract. That's the whole thing that you don't get if you get a Lamar. Shit, even Kyler, but I don't even like Kyler, but if you get a Lamar, bro, you miss out on that rookie contract to be able to take advantage of the money we can spend. So then there's that, right? So it's factors, bro. But again, Lamar's the only thing. Bueno in the building, man. What's going on with you? Now I'll pass on Lamar. Excuse me. I'm more of a draft a guy first sort of thing. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at. I'd rather have our own guy. That's just my thing. But if we're gonna go on the other side of the spectrum with people that want to trade back, we got to be fair and at least present some scenario, right? We got to present some scenario. Milka says, I'm trading for Lamar and putting the offensive staff around him. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you can't shit on a 2-time MVP. Should have been 3. You feel me? But you can't do it. You just cannot. You can't fuck around and shit on the 2-time MVP. I mean, this is what it is. So, you still got to get weaponry. You still got to get guys around him. But to get that's different. It's a different talent. This shit we ain't never seen. I'll tell you like that. That is shit we ain't never seen. That's an expensive ass bridge. Well, nah, if you get Lamar, bro, Lamar's the guy. There is no drafting a quarterback. That's the scenario where you present where the trade back people can get what they want. If you don't like Fernando, that's the only way you can get what you want, bro. You're not drafting a quarterback if you get Lamar. That's your guy. And you're hoping Lamar plays until he's fucking, what is he, 27 or something, 28 right now? You hope until he plays until he's 36, 37, and he calls it quits. And at that point, your GM with your spot tech got to be smart enough to know by that point that you got to draft another guy. So, I don't know. They were talking about Raiders tanking and possibly losing draft picks. It's happened before. Yeah, not today, though. Not today. Milka Beezy says, I'm taking a 3-time MVP over an unproven rookie. I mean, yeah, again, I mean, Lamar is Lamar. What you can say about that? Shit, that's Black Jesus. You feel what I'm saying? You got to fuck around and you got to do something. You got to do something if you get Lamar. And I'll be some type of excited if you get that. Shit, it's not Geno, right? Like, you get Geno, a lot of us was like, again, now in hindsight, there's a shitty decision. But if you look, when we got Geno, a lot of us was like, okay, this is better than what we had. You know what I mean? This is like fucking leaps and bounds over Geno and acquiring the likes of them type of guy. Leaps and fucking bounds. So, I mean, who knows? Let me see. What about a trade? Oh, you talking about Davis Mills? Davis Mills. I mean, Davis played well. But again, like, if you're telling me we talking about franchise now, he the franchise, okay? I don't know about that, bro. Now, Enrique, this is the thing that we're not really paying attention to, that a lot of us are talking about. Yeah, the rookie contract is the crucial for the rebuild. It is. You need that money. You need the bread. You know what I mean? To be able to maneuver and get more free agents and talent in here, man. We're not just talking about this year. Shit, we need money next year and the year after. That's just what we have to set ourselves up for success. So we'll see. My boy Jack Kenna in the building, man. What's going on, Jack? The Raiders need more time. Lamar will be amazing, but the Raiders are not that close. And this is where I agree. This is where my Lamar fantasy stops there, because we're not close. We're not there. If we were closer, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The Giants, yes, they're 3 and whatever. But if we had the Giants defense, or let's just say their defensive line, if we had their defensive line with some of the pieces that they do have, I would entertain it, because they have a little bit more pieces on defense and a little more talent than we do. They just do. I would entertain it, because guess what? We already have a D-line that's talented as hell. All we need is some more defensive guys to fortify this thing up, right? And we can definitely get that with a trade back if we were to do that, or to acquire pieces if we were to do that. So You know, if we had that type of talent on defense, I'm with you. But like, we don't, and we're not there, bro. We're not there. It's probably going to take another year or two minimum to get us to contention. And I'm not even talking about Super Bowl contention. I'm talking about playoffs. To get to the playoffs, right? We got to take baby fucking steps, right? One year, okay, cool. If we go next year, it's probably going to take a little bit to get our feet wet. Got a rookie coach, rookie quarterback. Next year, maybe we can expect more. Maybe they squeak into the wild card. Oh, beautiful. Now we take off from there. But we have to get that sustained success, bro. We got to get that sustained success. How many years do you think you get out of Lamar? Well, you 28. So if we talking about like till you're 36, that's 29, right? 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. That's 8 years. That's 8 years, which we can. That's good enough for me, to be honest with you, before you got to find another solution. You know what I mean? Like that's more than enough time. That's more than enough time for you to get him, let him be the guy, and still find a guy to ultimately replace him at the end of the day. So it could happen. It could happen. In this draft, second round, I want Rodriguez and then linebacker Lander Barton, Utah in the fourth. Hard to really evaluate our youth with Pete coaching, 100%. And by the way, has anybody heard any news on Pete? I ain't heard no news. I ain't heard no news. Let me see. Nah. I ain't heard no news. Oh, Brendan Sorsby went to Texas Tech, huh? Okay. All right. Oh, and real quick. So, okay, this is good news. You know, we do the rundown you. So now we tapped into the college news and all the extra. So this is beautiful for draft time, right? So this concerns Trinidad Chambers, right? So again, there could be a scenario where Dante Moore and Trinidad Chambers both go back to school, because right now Trinidad Chambers is fighting to get another year of eligibility from the NCAA. Okay, there's a year that he had in D2 where he didn't play a snap for the whole year. So of course they're gonna fight that to try to go ahead and get a little richer wage on that year so he can play another one. Will he transfer to LSU? Will he stay at Ole Miss? Who knows? But whatever the case, if he gets that year, he's probably staying in school, right? So the committee is still talking about that. Boom. Now, the news. While a waiver is still being pursued and there's nothing final, there's some permissive at the moment that Ole Miss star quarterback Trinidad Chambers will ultimately be granted his additional year of eligibility. And this is coming from somebody who works from 247 Sports. So this is credited, right? So at that point, again, if Trinidad gets that extra year of eligibility, he's going to go back to school. So then you could be looking at a scenario where Fernando Mendoza is the only guy that is first round eligible in this draft. And then at that point, you have to do that. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Whether you agree or you disagree, don't matter. You got to do that, because if you trade out of that without a viable option at quarterback and Fernando, God forbid, ends up making the fucking Jets good, everybody getting fired. Everybody getting fired, bro. I'll tell you that right now. Everybody's getting fired. You have to do it. Baseline. Fernando's just a mid quarterback. You got a top 12 to 15 quarterback. Baseline. So be it. You ain't going to lose your job for drafting a fucking... Bro, if you're a GM, you're not about to lose your job for drafting the top 12 to 15 quarterback. But you will lose your job for passing on that motherfucker, though. I'll tell you that right now. You will. And that's exactly what Spytek and them is gambling right now in the draft room. And that's what they will be gambling right now. So as much as you can agree or disagree, that's the nature of the business, bro. You'll get fired for ultimately passing up on a top 12 to 15 quarterback. You'll get fired because you don't have no quarterback option. But you won't get fired for drafting them. You can just very well move on. So be it. You still got your job. See, I'm looking at this from front office perspective, bro. Like, we got to look at this different ways too, bro. We got to look at this different ways. Oh, man. I didn't even see this. But real quick, man. Again, so we can go. Oh man, this entry list is getting thick, y'all. This entry list is getting thick. We about to get ready to get to the end of the show. We wearing down. But for all my people that may have just joined, make sure you guys type rundown in the chat to be part of the jersey giveaway for 3K, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's much love to everybody. So if you haven't typed rundown already, make sure you type it in. I already got everybody that's already typed it in. I already got the names. List is big up in here, man. So if you haven't, make sure you get it in so you can be part of it. Again, rules. Anybody can join, but if you are a subscriber, you got a better chance of winning. Uh-oh. Hold on. Y'all give me one chance. Y'all give me 1 second, man. My Duke's calling me real quick. You know you got to answer for mom. All right, we right back. Real quick, y'all give me 2 seconds, right? I know y'all already seen this commercial, but y'all give me 2 seconds, man. We're going to play a quick Fanatics announcement real quick. Moms need help with something real quick downstairs. I will be right back. We're going to play a quick announcement, Fanatics commercial. I'll be right back.
Yo, what's happening, man? It's your boy Rundown. If you're depressed watching your favorite sports team on the football field, but you just can't stop buying their gear, then congratulations. You might be a Raiders fan. But listen, man, don't trip. I got the perfect thing for you, man. Here at the Rundown, we have partnered with Fanatics to bring the nation some of the freshest Raider gear that you can get your hands on. I'm talking jerseys, I'm talking hats, and you know it's starting to get chilly out here, so it's best to grab you some drip for the frosty season while you're at it as well. So tap the link in the description down below. Get you some fresh gear, man. Support the channel at the same time. It's a dub for you, dub for me, even though we're not getting that many dubs on the field at the moment, man. So remember, man, tap the link down below in the description to get you some fresh Raiders gear from Fanatics. Now let's get back to the show.
Right back to it, man. Look, right back to it. Look, we looking professional up here, huh? But look, so what was you on? Look, make sure you guys tap and run down the chat. All right, if you haven't joined already, we'll be doing the giveaway just a little bit. But definitely want to end shit. Hold on, give me a second. Boy, I ran up in this motherfucker. Woo! Dang, them stairs get me every time, boy. Stairs get me every time. But, all right, let me look. What y'all got going on here, man? We looking official, man. We looking official. Salute, man. Where's the flag? Salute to you, my guy, man. That spot was so glow fresh. Hey, you see it? You see it? We on, man. Hey, look, man. Look. I see y'all in there arguing in the chat. All right. Check it out, bro. Check it out. It ain't time for that, bro. There's no time for that. We can't bicker, right? We can't bicker. We got the #1 overall pick. We can disagree on what we want to do, right? We definitely disagree on what you want to do. But at the end of the day, bro, look, it's a beautiful day. It's not time to argue. Let's not argue, man. Let's not argue. We good today, man. Because look, all we can do is we at the mercy of the organization at this point. We know we say there's a good chance of what they want to do, but once we pick this guy first overall, you feel what I'm saying? Once we pick this guy first overall, it's a quarterback, we trade back, whatever the case, you know, we gotta be cool with this shit. I wasn't a fan of the Genty pick. I'm cool with it now. You know, it is what it is. It's another weapon. It's another weapon we can add. So look, today's a good day, man. Today's a good day. We living good. We living marvelous. We feeling good. You feel what I'm saying? He did. Look, if he comes out here and gives me 250 and 3 tubs against Oregon, shit, I'm coming out here and I'm playing the salsa music. Hey, y'all know I'm Panamanian. I don't give a fuck. I'll fuck around and I'll root for the Cuban quarterback all day. Panamanian and Cuban, it's all the same thing when you put it in the pot. Fuck it. We'll mix it up. It's good, man. Shit, hey, be honest with y'all. If my last name wasn't my last name, Mendoza would be my last name. I'm not just lying to y'all. That's dead ass facts. Mendoza would be my last name. So look, hey, check this out. I'm cool. I could buy grandma a jersey and she could wear it with pride, right? It's got her last name on it. It's looking good. Everything is feeling wonderful. All right, you feel what I'm saying? Moms can wear it. It's got her pop's last name on it, I'm feeling lovely. But at the same time, you know what I mean? I hope we just make it smart. now we just make it. Now I just hope we do it smart, man. If Cuba ever joins the family, yeah, you know how it go. Hey, you see, hey, you know what it is. Family in the chat right here, man. This family in the chat, so he already know what it is. But look, we looking beautiful, regardless of it, man. I think this is a kid you can get behind. You know, you can get behind. He not unlikable. Just think about this though. Last time we had our first overall pick, Jamarcus was the guy. Now, personally, I don't personally remember Jamarcus, and like, you know, I wasn't doing, of course, what I'm doing now and paying close attention. I was very young at the time, so I'm not paying close attention to the draft prospects, what they're doing, you know, what type of prospect they are. So y'all tell me. Oh shit, and I forgot to send somebody a link. But why do I keep doing this? I be forgetting to send some guest links and shit. But y'all tell me, what type of prospect was Jamarcus? Okay, what type of prospect was Jamarcus? Was he one that, did he already have the trouble? Right? Were there people already questioning the work ethic? You know, is that the case? Or was he a pretty clean prospect, and then the problems started to, you know, mount when he got drafted? You feel what I'm saying? Like, y'all let me know what type of prospect was he, bro? So how can we go? How we go? After April, I be saying playoffs every year. I just want to win like 7-8 games, bro. I just want to win 7-8 games, bro. At that point, he said, I would have selected Joe Williams, Wisconsin. JR had one flashy game. I was pissed. Okay. See, like I'm saying, I love hearing from y'all, man, because some of these, you know, I don't personally remember. So it's like, I love hearing how y'all felt at the time. You know what I mean? Like, Sucker said, oh, see, he wasn't a top pick till the bowl game. He played his ass off. Then Al Davis had to get him. See? Look at that. Okay, where's the flag? Said he had the tape and the tools. Al trusts his coaches in the shield to be bigger in his life. And yeah, see, okay, so there were problems before the draft. Right? So it's like, you know what I mean? And to think about that type of prospect of where he was the last time we were picking number one overall. Now look and think about Fernando and what type of, whoa, really? Damn. Didn't see that. Didn't they just win today? What the fuck? Whatever. But either way it goes, man, think about the prospect Fernando is. Completely night and day type of prospects that we're about to be selecting with the first overall pick. Let me see something, bro. Why am I not hearing Pete Carroll has been fired across my screen? Why is this still something that I'm questioning today? It should be happening soon. The fact that the Falcons fired Raheem Morris is crazy. That's crazy. I didn't think he'd be getting fired right now. But it is what it is. Yeah, he's got to go, bro. Pete Carroll's got to go. I don't know why I haven't heard this yet across my timeline and screen. But oh well. I feel like it'll happen soon. I feel like it'll happen soon. Now, damn, there was something I wanted to do. Mom's completely got me off track. Oh yeah, to end this thing off, man. What we'll talk about now is we'll talk about the Max situation and our front office situation. And then we'll end it off, you know, do our jersey giveaway, and then we'll be good to go because I want to go ahead and watch some of the Sunday night football. Now, okay? As far as the Max situation goes, bro, I personally do not feel that Max is getting traded. At first, not knowing some context and knowing some story, you know, it's like, all right, bro. Like, and I still kind of feel this way, bro. I really don't care. Like, that I don't feel like there should have been any type of stink made. I just don't. Now there are some things that I was told that I understand, you know what I mean? And from the jump, though, this is the thing. From the jump, I understood why Max was angry anyway. You know what I mean? And even before I got some other stuff, like I understood why Max was angry. You're talking about your competitive nature and talking about, you can't be told you can't do something. There are some other factors, but at the same time, it's like the organization is looking out for your best interest and itself's best interest at the same time, right? I understand, you know what I mean? And I can't be mad at Max for saying, this is my job. This is what I want to do again. But then you can't be mad at Spytech for saying that very same thing. This is his job. This is what he wants to do. You're part of that job. If Max goes out there and fucking hurts himself or whatever the case, still knowing surgery was needed, how stupid do we look? We look pretty foolish, right? Pretty fucking foolish at that point. Now, going for Max, like, I personally think at the end of the day, nothing was ever this big of a deal for him to ask for a day off, post that shit on Instagram, and go about it like nothing happened. Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? If we were just going to go about this situation like nothing happened and you were going to be right back in the building again and you were going to be on the sidelines for this last game, what the fuck was the point of the whole stink made? That's my whole point and purpose of saying this. You get what I'm saying? Like, I get it, you know what I mean, of the whole competitive nature. But again, if you're just going to tell me you still want to be a Raider and that's what you want to do and you're not making this stink to say, I want to get the fuck out of here. And at the end of the day, after 2 days from now, we're just going to be all cool and shit. Like, come on, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that don't make no sense to me. It never made no sense. So, but at the end of the day, I don't think he's getting traded. He's not going to get traded. I think he's going to remain here. He's going to still be a Raider. Even with the new coach, he's going to stay committed. If he didn't want to be committed, he never should have signed that contract, number one, in the first place. You know what I'm saying? To come back this year. So, I think that he's not getting traded. As much as some people are saying that, I don't even want to trade Max. But as much as some people are saying trade him, it's not happening. To my knowledge, it's not going to happen. So, telling y'all that now, you know what I'm saying? If it does, then this is a shock to me. But he ain't getting traded. He's not getting traded. So, there's that, man. I mean, but y'all let me know, man, down below. Do y'all want Max traded? Y'all feel that? You know what I'm saying? How do y'all feel? Y'all still want him gone? Y'all still want to get his value? I mean, I see some people talking about it. You know what I mean? I see some people talking about it. So I can't be mad at all. I cannot be mad at all. If that's how you feel. Personally, that's not how I feel. But hey, I get you. Now let me see. Josh says Clint Kubiak needs to bring O-line coach and OC and hire Raheem Morris for defense. That wouldn't be bad. Yep. I agree. Michael, he's not going nowhere, man. He's not going nowhere. So we already know that. Now, last bit of news, man, before we got out of here. Last little talking point that I want to talk about. This offseason, y'all know it. It's so damn crucial for this team, bro. This is make or break time, y'all. We either are going to change our fortunes this offseason, right? We're either going to change our fortunes or we're going to do that. Now, real quick, before we do that, this is the last segment, so you already know, man, we got to call it this before we really get into it. It's rundown, man. Final segment before we get out of here, man. What's the bowl? Look, this season is so crucial for this franchise, bro. This can either set us up for the future and we can actually start being a legit team, or we're going to still be down in the dumps after this season. It's one of the two, bro. It's one of the two. Everything hinges this year. I have said it before, and I'll say it again, right? I don't remember the last time the Raiders had a number 1 overall pick, this much money in cap space, right? And this much, a head coaching position open at the same time as well. I don't remember all those three things aligning, right? We always have something off. It's always we have the head coach opening, we have some money, but the draft pick is not a number 1 overall pick. We picking it 7th and shit. Or, you feel what I'm saying? Like we have a cool pick, but the coach is still wrong. We have money, coach is still wrong. Or we have a coach opening, good draft pick, but we ain't got no damn money. So it's always happened, and one of the three has never aligned. This is the year now, finally, we can have that. Now that we have it, right?
I put this season here square on two men's shoulders, bro. And I don't want to hear nothing about one, right? This is on Tom Brady and this is on John Spytek. I don't want to hear nothing on this show about no goddamn Mark Davis. Nothing. I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to entertain y'all when it comes to that, bro. This is not on Mark Davis. This season has nothing to do with him. He has put the people in position that need to be put in position. They got to do their jobs. They're just point blank in simple plain, right? When you talk about John Spytek, it's time for you, bro. Now, look, for me, I wasn't on him like some of the nation was earlier on in the season. We understood that these rookies were not being played, and that's Pete's fault, right? That's Pete, right? So now it's like, whatever, bro. And when they finally got in there, they showed some promise. So I'm cool with John. I think he has some eye for talent. And this year I can properly judge even more, right? Properly judge even more. But y'all know who I'm looking at, bro. Y'all know who I'm looking at. The GOAT. I'm looking at the GOAT. I want to see what he's going to do. Fuck the articles that you talking about and you reading to me that his presence is going to be there. I don't want to read nothing. I don't want to read a goddamn thing. What I want is to see it. I want to see him in the building. I want to see his presence up in there. Why? There's about to be a rookie quarterback up in here, dog. We about to have all this money up in here. And you, yourself, in your first year of GM or owner here was an owner of a 2 and 15 product. That's what you are. 2 and 15 product. So now of this next year, yeah, okay. I'll give Tom a mulligan. It's your first year as a GM. I'll give you a mulligan, bro. That's fine. But you looking fine and dandy. You looking so cozy. You looking extra lavish in the booth up there. And you smiling, cheesing hella hard. You at New Year's parties with your new bae and all that. You feeling good, Tom. But then your team is ass. Say what you want, bro. Tom feeling good. His team's ass. I don't care about none of that. You got a new quarterback up in here. You doing all this talking behind the scenes that, oh, man, you know, my presence is going to be more in here. Well, show us, Tom. Show us. What is the Brady cachet worth for real? I want to know, right? And guess what? If you do draft Fernando Mendoza, I want to hear about no goddamn Alex Guerrero relaying messages from you to him. Through yeah, I talk to Tom through Alex all the time. Bro, get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. If Fernando don't have that number on speed dial, if you ain't in the building with this man watching tape, then what are you doing? What are we worth? What are we doing? Brady impact my ass. So that's where I'm at. That is make or break, bro. Make or break. Yo, coach. This is your decisions up in here. John Spytek part of it, 100%. But when we look around, bro, I ain't looking at Mark. Mark better be putting his feet up somewhere, sitting comfy. Only thing Mark got to do is call Pete up in the office to give him the pink slip. That's it. That's all Mark got to do, bro. Other than that, Mark has done his job. He's put people in position. They got to do their jobs. Yep, 100%. Territory we getting in. That's the territory we getting in. Where we gonna see? Now we gonna see 100%, Enrique. It's make or break, bro. Make or break. And we'll see what it's worth. What is that Brady cachet worth, man? And I'm very curious to see it. It'll start with the head coaching position, and then we'll group it from there. So, I mean, I'm going to save this for tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, make sure you guys are tuning in. Hold on real quick so we can put this in. Hold on. Make sure all this is good. Okay. So, look, you already know what it is. We're going to save it for tomorrow. Make sure you guys put your notifications on, notification bells on. Put your reminders on, whatever you got to do tomorrow, man. You already know what it is. The rundown tomorrow, we're gonna go at our usual scheduled time. Y'all already know 11 o'clock Pacific time, 11 o'clock in the morning Pacific time. We're gonna go at our usual time tomorrow. And since we already know we got the number 1 overall pick, we'll kind of go a little bit more in depth about today's game. And at the same time, we'll go through our head coaching candidates tomorrow. Okay, so make sure you guys tune in. We'll have our boy Machiavelli on the show as well, and we'll go through them head coaching candidates. Who we got, who we don't like, who's at the bottom of the list, and go through the ranks right there. So tune in tomorrow. Gonna be a dope show again. We're gonna go through ranks of coaches, and at the same time pair them. We'll pair them, right? Because certain coaches, I don't think will work with certain rookie QBs, right? I don't think you just take whatever coach and pair him with whatever quarterback. You know, I think you have to build to that, and we have to see who matches with who. So that'll be that. So make sure you guys keep your reminders on. We will definitely be on tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So time for the good stuff, baby. Time for the good stuff. Y'all already know what it is. Real quick, I'm gonna give y'all a little extra 2 minutes if you haven't already done it. Okay, I'll give y'all an extra 2 minutes. Type rundown in the chat if you haven't already to enter the jersey giveaway. All right, we here. I got a nice little list right here of people that's up in here, okay? And what we gonna do at 5:54, right, which is my time, right? If you're East Coast time, you at 8:54. But at 5:54, we will go ahead, do the random picker, see who wins this thing, all right? And then this is what it is as well, man. Once you win, tap in with me, Instagram. Tap in with me, you know, Twitter, however you want to get a hold of me. You already know how it is. Tap in with me there. And we'll go through the details, right? You pick whatever from the Fanatics link as far as jersey you want. I got you. Pick a jersey from the Fanatics link, and I got you. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll have it from there. You tell me the player, you tell me the size, you tell me the color, and I got you. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to do right there. So type in your rundown for the chat. Make sure, and you got to be here, right? The person got to be here. So if I do this random picker and I'm calling your name about 4-5 times and you still not here, we're going to generate that thing again. One more minute left. Make sure you tap in. Now remember, we'll go ahead and do that, but just tap in with me on social media after this. And we'll go ahead and get it in. All right, it's time, man. It's time. Now, we got all our entries in, man. We're going to go ahead and choose the winner. Y'all ready? I don't know. Should I show the screen? I think we should show the screen. We're going to show the screen. Come on. Let's do it like that. Y'all know it ain't no fraudulent shit up in here, right? That's how I would know. All right, baby. Let's see if we can zoom in. I know y'all can't see a damn thing. All right, we good now? All right, let's go. We got 19 entries. Let's choose this winner, baby. Let's do it. Hold up, waiting for the winner. Oh, hold on, wait. The winner is, is that it? Fear Raider. Fear, where you at, man? What's going on, Fear? What's the deal, man? Hey, Fear got to be here, man. If Fear ain't here in the next minute, we're gonna have to re-roll. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Fear, tap in, bro. Hey, Bueno, you in there? If Fear ain't here in the next minute, man, then we got to re-roll. And we got to find somebody else for the jersey giveaway. Hold on, hey. we gonna give him a minute, bro. We got to give him a minute. We got to give him 1 minute. We sitting at 45 seconds. Hold up. We sitting at 45 seconds. Uh-oh. 10, 9, 8, 7. It's over. We're going to have to re-roll. I'm with you. Hey, that's cool. We in OT. Re-roll it. All right, y'all ready? We're going to re-roll the winner, man. Fear wasn't here. All right, so he couldn't get it, so we're going to try again. Let's do it again. Where's the flag? Is our new winner. Where's the flag? Is the new winner, man. Oh, hey, flag. Tell me you still here, bro. Tell me I know I just seen you right now, bro. There we go, my boy, Flag. What's the deal, bro? Yes, sir. My boy, yes, sir. Yeah. So look, what I need you to do, right? This is what I need you to do, Flag. Tap in with me on the social media, all right? Instagram, or you got Twitter, whatever the case, man. Tap in with me. Tell me your size of jersey. Tell me the player you want. Tell me the color. It's yours, and we'll go through the details like that. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to go through the details like that. Of course, man, if you don't know my Instagram or whatever, If you don't know my social media, we're going to put it down below like that. And we're going to do more of these. We're going to do more of these, okay? Every time we hit a new goal, we're going to do more jersey giveaways, more shit, okay? It's more like that. But it's much love. Look, I love each and every one of y'all, all right? It's much love to each and every one of y'all. Without this, man, we wouldn't be going to the goal. I'm trying to do this full time, bro. I'm trying to do this full time and make this the job, bro. Hey, shameless as it is, that's what I'm trying to do. So much love to y'all. Without y'all, it can't be possible, bro. So we're going to continue to do our thing like that. Again, flag. Check on the socials down below. Hit me on social media. You feel what I'm saying? So we can start the details about your jersey. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. As always, make sure you keep your notifications on for the 11 o'clock show tomorrow, man. And we're going to continue to talk about coaches and head coaches searches and all that. But until then, it's much love to everybody that is in chat. And y'all already know what I always say every show, man. Let's get our way to 4K and we keep it authentic from the clouds to the ground on the Raider Rundown.